Oh, geez, it's Scorpio again.
Salvete, amici.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Mediocriter. Negoti astronautica admodum daident.
Don't worry too much. We'll get this sorted out.
What astronaut business?
Scorpio received a notice to appear before the magistrate in a case related to an incident on his property.
Yeah, what happened?
Queen. Astronautem quentam conduxeram. Ut sensores apparatus circum domus fines modularetur. Eo astronaut ictus est satellite artificiali errante. Orruit. Corpore ferro fuso. Nunquam separatui videtur. Magistratus ad me scripsit ut me moneret elite. Mea gudem sunt. Tamen space junk killed that dude. Satellis ile non sum?
All right, let me see this notice. All right, so let's establish some facts first. You had an astronaut working on your property, and some space junk hit and killed him. And holy wow, it still fused him, and he's still in the crater. Okay, yeah, I mean that's exactly why the magistrate judge wants to talk to you. But I'm sure Hal can give you some peace of mind. We can argue this out.
Non nocebit.
Hey, Hal, have you taken that first magistrate district licensing exam yet?
I have not, Dave. However, I have received a provisional license to practice pending the exam, which I won't finish for another 5 minutes.
Isn't that a 4-day exam, Hal?
That is correct, Dave. Shall we proceed? Ita est.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! The Spacebar Court is now in session. The Honorable Hal 9001 presiding.
Hal's not a real judge. This isn't a real court.
Nathan, just go with it.
Counselors, you may proceed.
Well, let us first consider how liability is assigned for space activities. The Outer Space Treaty first established theories of liabilities for space activities in 1967. Later, the Liability Convention created categories of theories of liability, the first of which is absolute liability, but that generally only applies on Earth. If a space object comes and falls in a planetary body other than Earth, it's a fault standard. You know, were you at fault? Did you have any duties? Did you owe any duties? If I were the satellite operator, I would probably argue that you put the astronaut in a hazardous position and that you owe duties to warn of the hazardous operational environment.
Well, what duty does Scorpio have to warn about the hazardous satellite operations of another party?
Well, the same as any reasonably prudent person would in similar circumstances.
What reasonably prudent person is constantly checking the sky for falling satellites?
Chicken Little. You do have some remote telecom systems out on your property, and I mean, what do you do to provide shelter? Pretty custom that, you know, out in these big solar fields, telecoms, usually there's some place to shelter in place. I mean, did he have any other place to hide if there were asteroids or meteorites or, you know, other vehicles? I mean, how are you supposed to coordinate with, you know, local authorities?
Well, there you go. You said it, coordination. Did the satellite operator coordinate with Scorpio about their space junk?
I don't think they're under any duty to talk to anyone like Scorpio. I mean, they're running their satellites up above, and
More like running their satellites into the ground.
well, let me ask you this: do you have insurance?
Circuitat me. Non ha fuego qua acciderit?
Unfortunately, we don't have the full picture here, Scorpio, because the satellite is still fused to that man, and we'll probably need to do some analysis. It's going to be a long haul. I'm really feeling for you.
Feel real bad for you, Scorpio.
Well, Dave, I hope you have a good lawyer.
And you know it's doubly a bad omen because it happened on the Ides of March. Wait, does no one care that the astronaut died?
The court is now in recess.